I don't need to fight to prove I'm right. I don't need to be forgiven. Well, good morning. At least I believe it can be a good morning. Things are going fairly well. I recorded my first video in which I actually sang. So the title is Great Flood, and I actually had to kick it off with a set of lyrics, and the lyrics that I used were, well, actually I don't have it here in front of me. Something about water flowing. The thing is, after I played it back and all that, it's like it's like the fish, it's like fish, PHISH. I didn't expect to really come out like that with the lyrics. It's really like listening to Fish almost, which is kind of weird. I wasn't aiming for that at all. It just came out that way. It's just basically I was out walking, and I was working with Wishbone Ash. Oh, what's that song? So Many Things to Say. So that's I think that was Wishbone 4 in 1973, which is kind of a cool song. Wishbone Ash is a really, really cool rock band. If you're into rock music, Wishbone Ash is absolutely indispensable. They weren't really big in the States at first, but they ran into a lot of tax problems in the United Kingdom. I think they were in England, and so they actually came over to Massachusetts and just kind of hung out over there, over in Massachusetts, which isn't really far from here, by the way. And I don't know if they were in the UK or US when Wishbone 4 was released. I think they were still UK, but anyhow, this one song they had called So Many Things to Say is pretty decent. I mean, so I had the camera in my hand, and I'm out taking pictures, and I'm thinking, well, gee, I really want to use this song, but I'm going to need a couple hundred photographs minimum. And I got enough, and I shot some video on the creek, and I was just kind of playing with the creek. And then I got the idea to compose this song. And well, first of all, I didn't really use the bass guitar in it. I mean, I used it for a little bit. I just did a little bit, and then I said I'm going to lay it out on the keyboard. So I laid most of this out on the keyboard, and then I just used the guitar with a few different distortion settings. And after I mixed the track, I had the final track, and I uploaded the video, and then I realized that when I was making it, there was this one option. I accidentally set the track in mono, and I thought I restored it, but the middle of the mixture, or the middle of the mix, was actually in mono. So the layout is, it has an instrumental lead in with me singing, then it runs to like a faster pace style, and then it goes into another section of lyrics. I did a few voiceovers, a couple of animated voices. Well, anyways, I realized that the guitar wasn't bouncing to the left and the right, and I didn't even use the phaser. I just cut out whole sections and just copied and pasted it. So I had it looked like a zipper. I just actually did that type of work, which is a lot of work. I mean, but I just went ahead and zippered it out, and unfortunately, I blended it into mono in the middle of the recording. So I went through and I copied from the beginning and pasted it in there, and then just adjusted the timing. And so now, the video's actually on the MPK band page. So, okay, with Facebook, there's MPK Photojournal, there's MPK Band, and MPK Production. The production is just an excuse to take any animated video I have and throw it on there. So if it's not necessarily band-orientated material, I'll just throw whatever there is on there. And that's pretty much it. So, well, anyhow, this is the first video that I actually sing. It's also going to be coming up if you're watching this blog. I'm going to tie it in at the end of this, so you can actually hear me singing. And I think I sound like, it just reminds me of Fish. they don't use the name The Fish, it's just Fish. A few words about Fish. Like, they broke up and now they're performing again. Their later albums weren't extremely popular, but Lawn Boy is something of like an all-time classic album. Especially Reba. At least, yeah, I think it's the title, Reba. Yeah, so I like that album, and I also liked the first album. It's like from the late '70s, early '80s, and it has Fluffhead on there, and they do a cover version of Jimmy Buffett's Sanity. And at the end of the song, you can hear somebody screaming. I like to think that's Jimmy Buffett screaming. You know, like, what did you guys do to my song? But anyhow, so I laid out this one recording here, and I'm sure in time there'll be more. But you know, bloody glad my camera's waterproof. I could actually do an underwater shot, which totally proved to be in support of it. I didn't know what I was going to do. I just went out and acquired the footage, and I just started playing with the guitar. You know, keyboard and guitar, you just start playing with them, and lo and behold, you come up with ideas, and that's how the whole thing works. You know, I wasn't walking around saying, well, you know, I'm gonna do a video about water in a creek. You know, that just didn't happen that way. After about 2 hours of playing around, all of a sudden I realized I have a video about water in a creek. So, but I was thinking about the Wishbone Ash. When I was walking around with the camera, I was thinking, you know, Wishbone Ash, you know, that's one of my favorite 70s bands. Actually, their debut album, I think, was in 1969. It's like Errors of My Way, and a few other songs, and So Many Things to Say. I don't know why that title eludes me. Oh, When You See Red, You See Red. Yeah, that was like 1978, and they were definitely stateside by then. They were, you know, it's amazing what tax problems can do to you. Travel about. Well, you know, they call it New England. It's called New England for a reason. You know, it's like the choice area of planet Earth that the British liked. It was what's now the United States in the northeastern region. It's you know, I agree. It's one of my favorites. I'm over here in the mid-Atlantic states in New York. Things are a little more spread out in New York. It's a little west. It's more of a western feeling as compared to New England, but it holds its own. Okay, so I'm gonna put the video on, and that's about it. Hope everybody has a nice day.
Water that flows, cause it flows as it flows, and it goes as it goes. I hope it carves a coach. I certainly acknowledge you have a situation. I'm trying to point out that sometimes circumstance can be pretty. You have something that didn't exist before and it exists now. Enjoy it.